The Texas sun dipped low, painting the sky in shades of gold and amber. On the outskirts of Austin, in a small weathered auto repair shop, James wiped the sweat from his brow after another long day's work. His shop wasn't much, a tin roof, faded signs, and a rusty old Coca-Cola fridge humming in the corner. But it was his pride, his purpose, and his promise to keep going for one reason: his 8-year-old daughter, Sophie. Since losing his wife 3 years earlier, Sophie had become his entire world. Every evening, she'd sit on a stack of old tires, swinging her legs and reading storybooks while her dad worked under the soft buzz of a single light bulb. Life wasn't easy, but their love, simple and strong, made every greasy, tired day worth it. One Thursday evening, as James prepared to close shop, he heard an engine coughing weakly near the driveway. A battered old sedan rolled to a stop, wheezing its last breath. Out stepped a young woman, mid-20s, tired eyes, in a look that told a story of struggle. Her oversized thrift store sweater couldn't hide the weight of exhaustion she carried. Before she could even speak, James approached with a calm smile. "Having some trouble, ma'am?" he asked gently. She sighed, trying to hold herself together. I don't know what happened. I have to get to my night shift, but I can't afford a tow, or even a mechanic." James crouched beside her car, lifted the hood, and took a look. Sophie peeked out from the shop, flashlight in hand, ready to help her dad, like always. After a few moments, he found the problem: some loose wires and a cracked radiator hose. "Don't worry," he said with quiet confidence. "You're in good hands. We'll get you back on the road." The woman's eyes filled with tears. "I can't pay you," she whispered. James just smiled. "I didn't ask about money. I asked about your car." Those simple words broke through her pride and pain. Together, James and Sophie worked under the fading sunlight. Bolts tightened, wires secured, and hope slowly restored. An hour later, the engine roared back to life. The woman covered her mouth, overwhelmed. "I don't know how to thank you," she said, voice trembling. James handed her the keys with a smile. "Drive safe. Take care of yourself." She tried to insist, but he refused. "Sometimes," he said softly, "people just need a hand, not a bill." As her car disappeared down the dusty road, Sophie tugged at her father's sleeve. "Daddy, why did you help her for free?" James knelt beside her. "Because kindness doesn't always come with a price tag, sweetheart." That night, over a simple dinner of sandwiches and chips, James felt a quiet warmth in his chest, the kind that money could never buy. Weeks passed, and life returned to normal at the shop. Oil changes, dented bumpers, and the same old country songs on the radio. But one sunny Saturday morning, everything changed. As James sipped his coffee, a deep rumble filled the air. Down the dirt road came a line of cars, sleek, shiny, and impossibly expensive. Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Bentleys. James nearly dropped his mug. Sophie's eyes lit up in wonder. From the front car stepped a familiar face, the young woman from that night. But this time, she looked different, confident, composed. She smiled warmly. "Hi, James. I never properly introduced myself. I'm Emily. I run a luxury car rental company in Dallas." James blinked in disbelief as she continued. "That night, I was driving one of my old cars to deliver supplies. When you helped me, I told my entire network about your kindness. These people," she gestured to the line of luxury cars, "they're my clients, and they all need a mechanic they can trust." Within minutes, the quiet little shop buzzed with life. Wealthy car owners lined up, shaking James' hand, booking repairs, and thanking him for his honesty. Emily had shared his story online, and it had gone viral. His words, "Sometimes people just need a hand, not a bill," had touched hearts across Texas and beyond. Sophie proudly handed out water bottles, beaming. "That's my dad," she told everyone. James stood there, overwhelmed, realizing that the world had finally noticed what he'd been building all along: a legacy of integrity, compassion, and heart. Later, as the crowd thinned and the last of the fancy cars rolled away, Emily approached once more. "Let's partner," she said. "We can train young mechanics, grow this place, and keep kindness at the center of it all." James looked at Sophie, her smile brighter than the Texas sunset, and felt tears sting his eyes. That night, they sat together on the shop steps, the scent of summer air and motor oil swirling around them. Sophie rested her head on his shoulder as he gazed at the glowing sky, his heart full of peace. After all the years of struggle, James finally understood the truth. When you give without expecting, the world always finds a way to give back, often in ways you could never imagine. This is Pure Kindness Hub, reminding you that one small act of kindness can spark miracles you never saw coming.